Boom. Okay guys, hello and welcome back. Hey gamer, welcome back man. What's up? Honestly, not much at the moment, not much. I woke up, I watered the plant, did some stuff, you know. Didn't really do much else. What is it, Turtles man? What is it? Anyways, we got a day of investigation and another trial. We were going into the, chief room or whatever. You got glasses? Good for you, man. Good for you. Well, not really great that you got glasses, but more, well, it's good that you got glasses, kind of bad you got, you know, you have bad eyesight, but it is what it is, eh? Sure, what do you want to say, gamer? What do you want to say that makes you feel old? First thing you did was a nerd thing. Gotcha, Turtles, yep. Back in my day, we didn't have the Dream SMP or Tommy in it. We had Stampy's Lovely World and Dan TDM. Yeah, Dan TDM. I like that as well. Honestly, if I... There's something I can say that makes me sound a lot older than I am. If I ever talked about watching the Flintstones or the Jetsons or the original Looney Tunes, original Transformers as well. Pretty good. I ain't old, man. I ain't old. Oh, is it Jess and the Holograms as well? It was kind of like a Scooby-Doo ripoff. Kind of like a Scooby-Doo ripoff, but still it's pretty good. All those old Scooby-Doos, they're pretty good to watch. And then your cousins will find it weird when I watch Dan TDM or Stampy. They'll say you still watch Stampy, why not watch Dream or Dan TDM, and I'll tell them a story that shuts them up, Yeah. Dan TDM was pretty good, actually. if I recall right, the first ever video I watched was actually from Dan TDM. When I was a kid, because I didn't really have a phone or a laptop or whatever. It was when I went over to my friend's house and we watched The Orphanage. Yep. Well, he kind of chickened out halfway through and I finished watching The Orphanage. Yeah, that was pretty good. Anyway, let's go to the chief's office here, yeah. The YouTube Trinity, yeah. Want to know what I found the YouTube Trinity? Sure. But I would think the YouTube Trinity is probably like PewDiePie. Don't know popular MMOs, but I was gonna say the YouTube Trinity, like, you didn't like Dan TDM when you were younger, yeah, your era. My era, I would probably say, yeah, Dan TDM. Tobuscus, if you know Tobuscus. Surely know Tobuscus, right? PewDiePie, Tobuscus, and, what's the other one? Captain Spark. Oh, Annoying Orange, yeah. Annoying Orange was a big one as well. Don't know about playing Face Turtles. I don't know what that game is even. Annoying Orange was, like, really popular as well. So, Annoying Orange, Dan TDM, and PewDiePie, those are, like, I'd say those are pretty major. Creeper All Man. From side to... Yeah. What was it? Kingdom one or whatever. Remember Captain Sparkles did like a Kingdom song? Yeah. But, gamer. You know Tobuscus, right? Surely you know Tobuscus. You should know him. You should know him, man. Or at least if you don't know his name, you probably know one of the videos he did, or musical videos he did. Anyways, we should probably continue here. February 24th, Police Department, Chief's Office. Oregon, weird. Whoa, where am I? In the chief's office, silly. At least, that's what it said on the door. Check out that type of organ. That's real, isn't it? Oh. Hey, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. You eat... let's say you eat turtles, you eat people. Oh, not surprised anyways. They used to call me Little Miss Bach. I thought I was a genius until they tried teaching me to play. I didn't read it all the way. I never could remember where C was. Oh, it's you two. Chief Gaunt. He put that paper he was reading in his desk. So righto, have you been swimming lately? No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately. I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full too, with Mr. Marshall's conduct. That's not an emote here, man. Don't think that's an emote here. Looks like an emote format though, but definitely ain't. And I won't be able to get at an emote, and I won't be able to create or put on any custom emotes until, I think it's affiliate, right? I think it's affiliate, whenever you get 3 average viewers or whatever. Or like 30 days. YouTube Trinity now is actually a little smaller, yeah. Yeah, nowadays it'd probably be... Asmongold. Yeah, I don't know who else, man. Oh, actually, Asmongold, Creeps McPasta, and... Hey, Stacer, obviously, yeah. Good for you, Turtles. Good for you. And good for you, you youngin'. Basically a baby, right? Basically a baby. People like Hazbin Hotel are weird, yeah. I'm guessing you watched it then, and were too much of a fan. If not. Wait. So weird, yeah. What's especially weird to you, Turtles? What is especially weird to you? Because I'm surprised you find anything weird. You watch 4 seconds of it and turn it off, ah. It's just stupid, ah. Everyone has their own different preferences for shows and stuff like that. And Anna's provocative statement. Provocative statement. You mean about the forged evidence? Yep. 2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies. See that big picture on the wall over there? Yep. That's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me. So this is Mr. Marshall's brother. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Man. Not gonna lie, Turtles, but I believe that was a fairly normal phenomenon, man. That was fairly normal. Honestly, ain't that strange, man. When you're younger to have a crush on your teacher. Fairly normal. We took it to commemorate our work together. Let's see, yeah. No, I am like fairly certain that's normal. Let's see. I've typed something in. Let's see here. What percentage? I don't know what the percentage. Many students. No idea, man. It doesn't tell me, but it's a fairly common phenomenon, yeah. It's okay to be wrong, Turtles. It's okay to be wrong. It's fine. We took it to commemorate our work together. Something's not right with this picture. The shield has a sword in it, not it. Oh, and the vase. Wait. Wait a second. Ah. Wait. The vase is there. That was a vase in the evidence room. And that sword wasn't there on the... Yep, the sword isn't there. See here. But it had blood on it, and was used in the SL9 incident, so therefore it had to have been used. Man, I have no idea who Lil Mosey is. But Dan, TDM, SML, and Just Gamer. But SML, Just Gamer can be interchanged with Death Battle and Brawl Fan 1. And those can also be interchanged with Mange TV and Sea-Dog VA. And those can also be interchanged with Nathaniel Bandy and Connor the Waffle. And finally ending at those, holy heckin' crap, one those can be interchanged with Plain Rock and Shadow Hand Bros. I do not know who SML is. I used to watch Connor the Waffle, wasn't too bad. And I used to watch Sea-Dog VA. I still do sometimes, but I like his older content. No idea who Nathaniel Bandy is, though. Or Brawl Fan. Or Mange TV. I think I don't know like half of those, man. Anyways, something's not right with this picture. I can't quite seem to put my finger on it, though. These things are wrong here. Count team picture added to the court record. Hey, they must have moved the statue as well. Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm going to lock up here, so let's go out together. Oh. But this office... It was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it? That case has long since been over. There's no need to investigate it anymore. All the same, we'd still like to have a look around. Perhaps you didn't hear me. Perhaps you didn't... I said there's no need to investigate it anymore. Man, thought there was closed here. You can tell me something. Wait, Turtles, remember. Remember, man, if you say this thing again, you're gonna strike out. Warning you now. You tell me something. What if it's that thing that I'm thinking about? If it's a weird thing like that again, you're gonna be striked out. So keep that in mind anyways. Oh. Now, hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend. Pineapple and pizza? Nah. Your house exploded. What? Did you put aluminum in the microwave? And then it went on fire and then you didn't put it out, Turtles? Is that what you did? What did you do now, Turtles? What did you do now? Yeah. Looks like we aren't welcome. It seems that case isn't over with yet, after all. What do you mean? Chief got denied our request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around in there. Boom, and you're the only survivor? Turtle doing some more lion stuff. I don't think you'd be online at the moment if that were the case. Don't think you'd be online. You mean, like, a clue? I don't... There's gotta be a way we can get inside the chief's office. We go back in. You ram away. What does... How does ramming away work? Like, how do you ram away? Not too sure. February 24, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Hey, pal. Detective Gumshoe, aren't you supposed to be in a meeting? If your whole house blew up, I think you would have more pressing matters than to be in a stream, man. Detective Gumshoe, aren't you supposed to be in a meeting? I'm, just taking a breather. My feet hurt. From sitting so long. Actually... I don't know, man. I feel like you have... if you're actually serious and your whole house blew up and everyone died, that feels like, you know, situation and where you should, you know... You're probably at the police station right now or something. Or somewhere else, and you wouldn't be... Like, you wouldn't have access to the internet. Actually... From serving everyone coffee. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's still out of the loop. You're not joking, you are. There you go. You know, when you joke all the time, we're never gonna take anything you say seriously. Anyway, say, have either of you seen Mr. Edgeworth? Edgeworth? No. Why do you ask? He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office. It's almost like the battles between you two in court. That sounds serious. You miss Edgeworth? Man, we face him in trial every time. We won't be missing him for long after we do the investigation. Anyway, is it because of what my sister said? Probably. That's basically what it all boils down to. That falsified evidence 2 years ago. Man, you're gonna have to get used to that, Turtles, cause when I get a job, probably or definitely gonna be streaming less, or at least on a different time. Anyways, that falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has a whole world after his blood. Yikes. Yeah, no kidding. Edgeworth's crisis, here we go. But why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. Nana Sky is the guilty party here, isn't she? People don't believe he was not in the know, Ima. Not at all. Regardless, a prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they present in court. I mean, it'll probably be a one-time a week at least. Probably. Never know though. Not only that. But as you know, there have been a lot of rumors going around about Mr. Edgeworth. His amazing talent as a prosecutor has kept him safe from those who don't like him. But now, with this, are there really so many people who hate him? Yeah. In our world, only those with talent rise to the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only has that, but he's young. There's no better recipe I know of for making enemies. Hey. Hey, Gumshoe. Keep up the good work. Yes, sir. Let's go out for lunch again sometime, my treat. Yes, sir. You gotta take me back to that joint sometime, okay, Richard? Your fave day is Wednesday, because it's Wednesday, my dude. Yes, sir. It seems you don't have any problems with enemies. Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about them. Under all this pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgeworth just might crack. Why do you like Wednesday, man? Wednesday's like the worst. It's like the worst day. Well, when you go to school, it's like the worst day. When you're not in school, it's kind of like whatever. Because like it's a day where like you're between. You lost all your energy from the weekend, and you still have halfway to go. Yeah. Anyway, SL9 incident here. Actually, I took a look at the file earlier while the coffee was brewing. He seems genuinely concerned for Edgeworth, yeah. Well, did you find anything? The only evidence Drake left behind was during his final attack. His final attack, you mean? When he killed Prosecutor Marshall, he was trying to protect some girl. Me. It seems Detective Gumshoe never realized Emo was the girl. That's when he left the most incriminating evidence of all. Well, what was it? The knife. Oh, let's see. I think it had something to do with the murder weapon. Oh, I forget. Look, it's all written somewhere in here, okay? His powers of recollection never fail to impress. Yep. Maybe we should show him the murder weapon. It might jog his memory. Dark's crime. Joe Dark was 42 at the time of... Joe Dark was 42 at the time of the crime. He was just your run-of-the-mill businessman. A businessman. What made him take to serial killing? One day on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car. The adrenaline rush, he got an adrenaline rush and wanted to keep it, maybe. Or he liked the blood splatter, don't know. Maybe he chose a knife because it was more personal. Because, you know, guns are like, you know, the gun's really impersonal. Not really personal at all. Anyways. What's his car? So... It was an accident. Oh, appreciate that, Turtles, appreciate it. An accident, yes. But it transformed him into an animal. An animal. He killed a man that witnessed the accident. Then he killed a lady who saw the second crime. The kid walked by just then, so he killed him too. Then when he was burying the bodies, a dog came up upon the scene and was killed as well. Finally, he turned himself in. Seems like he was a pretty careless animal. Of course, this is all conjecture. There wasn't a single shred of evidence. Ah. So, he turned himself in. Yes, but in the middle of his questioning, he fled and murdered his final victim. Prosecutor Marshall. The crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily Dark was arrested on the spot. It's a good thing that last witness wasn't killed. That last witness, aka Ima. You're doing some weird emotes here, man. Nightbot's gonna time you out, likely, if you do too many emotes, man. Man, still no more evidence here, man. And this is in the picture here. It's strange. It seems like it probably fell on someone's head, killing them. Nintendo Wii, hey. About this. Hey, is that? It has a tag attached to it with the label SL9 incident on it. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of. Your Nintendo Wii is so small. I thought normally they were like the same size for everyone. Oh, there was a Wii Mini. Huh. Didn't know that. What are you doing with that? Ever since that case was closed, that knife's been locked away in a locker. It's Fred, On the day Detective Goodman was murdered, this suddenly disappeared from the locker. And was found in Mr. Edgeworth's car muffler. That's it. Now I remember what that incriminating piece of evidence was. When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me. The vase? Well, what is it, Detective? Quick, before you forget again. Murder weapon. Guessing vase. My Hero Academia? That's fine. I'd say it's about on par with SAO. Anyways, murder weapon. This knife. It was Joe Dark's, wasn't it? Sucks, yeah. Whatever you say, Turtle. That's right. We traced it back to the store he bought it at. Plus, it had his fingerprints on it too. Play Class of 09. I would, but I don't have it. Therefore, I can't play it. I don't have it, therefore can't play it. It's a very simple, Turtles. I can't play something I don't have. But no one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right? That's where his luck ran out. When you take a good look at the knife, you'll see it's broken. I don't know. I'll get whatever ending I'll try to get. We might play it eventually. Don't know when. It did look like an it did look like it would be possibly interesting. And I know people have streamed it, so you probably won't get in trouble for it. Probably not. Yeah, it looks like it's a lot of like 2010 humor. It's not too bad. You'll see it's broken. You don't have to take a good look to notice that. Yeah, well, anyway. Take a guess where the broken off tip of the knife was found. In in Officer Marshall. That's what did him in. Where was it? The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body. It was found deep inside the stab wound. Did it match Drake's knife? Did it match Dark's knife? Wait a second. It's all coming together. I know what happened. I think I know what happened here. What actually happened was when Marshall was in a scuffle with Dark while they were fighting each other, they ended up knocking over the vase, which then hit Marshall in the head, causing him to bleed out. Or causing him to bleed. Possibly die. And here, Dark... Yes, they are bad, but as I was saying, Dark was unconscious, so... What? Oh... What Lana did, she saw that Marshall was dead, and then she stuck the knife in him, broke the tip off, just to show that Dark did it. Because Lana always wore gloves, it didn't really matter. So she actually stabbed Marshall to make it look like Dark did it, make it look like Dark murdered him. Because they also said the autopsy report was changed. Appreciate that, Turtles, appreciate that. They also assumed that the autopsy report was changed. So saying that what likely occurred, and that it showed what actually killed him was blunt force trauma to the head, likely when the vase got knocked over. That's probably what happened. shouldn't smoke, man. Didn't match Dark's knife. You bet. Down to the last fiber. There isn't fiber in metal, I don't think. That's pretty conclusive. Neo's autopsy report added to the court record. Stabbed in the back. Died from punctured heart and lung. A knife tip was in the wound. Have I ever been mad? Nope. Only disappointed, like, oh man. Turtles is at it again. That's basically it. Switchblade knife updated in the court record. I have been mad. Whatever you say, man. The broken tip was found at the victim's body. Belonged to Mr. Joe Dark. No, don't believe I have. Don't believe I have. Usually whenever you act up, I'm just disappointed. And the only reason I ignore is because it's the only effective thing. Because if I tell you not to do it, you still do it anyways. Yep, disappointed. The only reason I ignore you is because I tell you not to do something and you do it anyways. The only time you stop doing it is if I ignore you. Even when you say sorry. Anyways, here. Well, there you have it in a nutshell. That's all I know. Can I ask you one more thing? I'll check connect again. Yeah, ignoring you makes you sad. Well, I wouldn't have to ignore you if you would listen, man. If you listen, wouldn't have to ignore you. Wrong to murderer Joe Drake. If you listened, or when you said sorry, you actually didn't do it again when you said sorry, wouldn't have to ignore. Anyways, can I ask you one more thing? What is it? If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Gaunt. It's not money, but it does concern the chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's where Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. The chief's out now, and his office is locked. But we'd like to have a look around if that's okay. Well, any detective's ID card can unlock the door. What? Really? And if I let a civilian in there? Well, Turtle, it's your own... It's the consequences of your own action. It's your own fault, man. I'd be charged with breach of trust. No. Breach of trust? Simply put, I'd be canned. Oh. You know, that's a bad accusation to put, Turtles. Bad accusation. Sorry, pal. Nope. That's not it at all. I don't plan on getting fired because of you. How about this ID card? It was Detective Goodman's. That won't work either. The data was deleted the day he died. Oh. So in other words, Gumshoe is our only chance of getting into that office. Wait. Wait a second. And Turtles! Another thing, you told me that you weren't. Did you change up your story again? You changed up your story again, Turtles. You changed it up again. Because I remember you made like eating cat joke and you're like, well, I'm not Asian. You changed once again, Turtle. For the conundrum you are. Asian, Mexican, American, German. Ah. I am basically all European. Basically all. Like, but for you, you're German, yeah. Blonde hair, blue eyes. Anyways, I wonder if there's something we could show him that would make him change his mind. Yeah, find something to make him change his mind. We can do that. I want to show the problem here. Let me share a little advice with you as a detective. If you don't have a clue, keep your trap shut. I'll keep that in mind. Yeesh. This work. About that jar. I think I've seen it before somewhere. Yep, in the chief's prosecutor's office. That's why I was going to show you the picture. Somewhere. Or maybe it's one of those memories people have from previous lives. This must be the most uninformative detective I've ever met. Something about it makes me feel uneasy. It's like I'm in the chief's office and he's yelling at me. Chief Gaunt. Where could I have seen that before? Let me share a little advice with you. Man, that was supposed to work. Maybe this, maybe. Nope. We'll figure it out. No, I don't have a favorite. I'm not gonna say favorite. Let's see here, what can I show him? See, we're doing for Edgeworth's sake. Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors award that Mr. Edgeworth got the other day. I used to, yeah. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason, I'll tell you what it is later. You're Basil. Apparently he's forgotten. Seven 77777 might actually be gaunt. That's the ID card record, isn't it? Yes. There's only one number left to investigate. At 4:20 PM. Paula Basil, you're gonna stab someone in the eye. Not cool, man, not cool. The victim, Detective Goodman, must have entered the evidential room along with someone else. Someone with an executive officer number. 777777777. That's 17 too many, Detective. An executive officer. I just might have a hunch. Work down. Nope. No, that's still yeah. I've been studying up on those files. There's nothing wrong with Mr. Edgeworth's presentation. I think people are accusing him of injustice. I for one ain't buying it, pal. You're looking into the case for Mr. Edgeworth? You're looking into the case for Mr. Edgeworth? Ah, yeah. It was a pretty big deal while it was going on, you know. After all, a serial killer was on the loose, but Lana was pretty clear in her confession. She forged evidence in order to prove Joe Dark guilty. Gonna disappear. I don't think Basil disappeared. Let's see here, Modern PG tuber so chill. I don't know, do you know other ones then? Guessing you know other ones. Oh, and Headspace, yeah, I'm non-reality. They're so chill, huh? That's good then. This ID card belongs to the victim, Detective Bruce Goodman. You can do just about anything these days with a card and a secret number. Scary. Disappear, gotcha. Have a good one then, Basil. I mean, Turtles. Gosh darn it. Man, gosh darn it. You said I'm a Basil. They messed me up. Ah, well, whatever. It's only scared because you keep dropping your card, Detective Gumshoe. I forgot my secret number a lot, too. I'm scared of myself. But I'm fine after all. And what could be wrong with that? I think I'll stay out of this conversation. Convince him. Detective, here's my attorney's badge. You show this to me every time we meet, pal. Real men show their police badge. Enough said. Oh, you're not gonna right now. Yeah. You get their information, and then report it to police. Probably the better thing to do. get their information, and then report it. No, report it. I wish I had a badge. Even an ID card would be nice. Found Mr. Edgeworth's car. Stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Scott to do such a thing? Well, wait, I didn't mean that. I mean, sure, of course someone else already did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. I wonder if that's his handprint or not. This guy almost made us lose a case today. What are you talking about? He was guarding the bloodstain on that evidence locker with his life. That's more than you can say about most officers nowadays. Oh yeah, Turtles, what is it, man? It would have saved us a lot of trouble if he hadn't guarded it so well. I have to admit, he's right though. Thanks to the Blue Badger, we were able to prove another possibility today. Guess what, chicken butt? Turtles, do you really want to do this here? Thanks to the Blue Badger, we were able to prove another possibility today. Possibility that another murder took place prior to 5:15. You mastered the art of flying. Important. Pretty impressive. Something here has to work. Phone. I thought the knife, but the knife ain't gonna work. Oh, this didn't work. Maybe this. Oh, a lost item report, huh? Very impressive, detective. You knew what it was right off the bat. Well, I am a master of misplacement, you know. Master, that has such a cool ring to it. The way I see it, if things are meant to be lost, then they're meant to be lost. There's a higher power at work here. Huh. Wow, a higher power. Maybe I shouldn't let Ima hold any evidence. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, Turtles, keep that in mind. I'm trying to find, man. I can't believe Officer Marshall would do something like that. You know Officer Marshall? Of course I do. He was like a mentor to me. When I first started out, he even gave me a small cactus. Really? He said, Richard, she'll listen to all of your troubles. Note to self, Detective Gumshoe talks to a cactus. Hard to believe he's just a patrolman now. Someone ought to trade places with him. Oh, is this proper? What? Why are you looking at me like that? Never mind. I thought hoping this would work, man. Man. I was really hoping it'd work. Don't really talk to a fly trap? No, I don't. Thank you very much. I talk to myself. I talk to myself. Thank you very much. Even when I'm not streaming. Even if I'm not streaming, I'm still talking too much. What am I missing here? Oh, this may be something to convince him, eh? No locker can be opened without a fingerprint match. Besides, there's no reason for the murderer to touch his own locker. Hey, wasn't your locker the one with the blood on it, detective? Might work, actually. Maybe it'll work. The handprint of the real murderer's gloved hand. Without any fingerprints. Is my fave food maple syrup? No. Although, speaking of maple syrup, a good thing to do is like you get some like, you know, fresh snow or whatever, right? And you get some hot maple syrup, you boil some maple syrup, in a pot or whatever, you pour it on the snow. I think it makes them like, you know, maple syrup popsicles. Pretty good, pretty good. But, no, my favorite food is probably... burger. Yeah, burger. Maple syrup ain't too bad. It's just a normal stereotype though. Just a stereotype. Like riding on moose and stuff like that. Maple syrup all the time. Honestly, I don't know people who have maple syrup that often. Personally, I like maple syrup though, pretty darn good, but no, it's all dependent. The handprint of the real murderer's gloved hand, without any fingerprints. Shh. If they come to arrest me, you'll defend me, won't you? Yeah, Maple, what about it? Maple syrup ain't too bad. Ain't too bad at all. Autism is you. You did say you got diagnosed, so I guess so. If that happens, I think you'll do better pleading with Edgeworth. Yeah. What haven't I done, man? I don't know what's gonna work. We're gonna do every one, figure out what it is. Hey, that powder's used for detecting fingerprints. You're... Good for you, Turtles. What, Edgeworth would be too old for you, man. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth gave it to us. He did what? All I have is some flour. Oh, this might help us, actually. Are you okay, detective? Quick, run. Not you. Oh, no. If it's any help, one time I took a nap on a bench with wet paint. Why am I not comforted? Oh, man. Hey, I just bought some of that stuff. Now I can go around detecting blood traces too. Wow, is that a new type? I've never seen that bottle before. Loves riding moose while drinking maple syrup. It would be fun, but I don't know. Drinking maple syrup, I feel like that wouldn't be too good for blood sugar, you know. But I am healthy enough to where it'd be fine, but still wouldn't suggest it. Anyways, riding a moose too. Moose get aggressive, man. Moose are like an aggressive creatures. Anyways, well, is that a new type? I've never seen that bottle before. Add 3 inches to your base height. Yeah, I'm healthy. Why are you again surprised I'm healthy, man? I'm not showing my face. If anything, I'm actually underweight. But pretty healthy. Base height. Hey, let me see that. Yeah. Looming tall. New and improved growth formula. You mean this can't detect any blood traces? Oh, well, it's not quite the same thing as a luminol. That's why the lady at the counter had that smirk on her face. No. Man. We're keeping the mask on, Turtles. Keeping the mask on. Anyways. Let me share a little advice with you as it... Underweight, do I struggle with weight, No, I don't really struggle with it. I just like staying below. I like staying below a certain number. So if I get above that number, I don't really eat that much. So it works pretty well. Oh, you do, huh? I think we already did this one. That's a photo that Miss Star took. Anything you can tell us about it? That Miss Star is quite a lady. Why? I remember it was winter. I was 16. He was the only one who ever got me to talk about what happened. 16. That's how old I am now. I wonder what happened. Wonder if Detective Gumshoe wore a trench coat in high school too, Something here, man. I was hoping something would work. Man. None of them have worked. That's a shame. Mr. one. Nope. We did that. Yeah, we showed him everything, man. Oh, you can send me the funny video if you want. Sure. Yeah, I know the sword's different as well. Don't need to know that, turtles. Don't need to know that. Name of deceased, Neil Marshall. In a time of death, February 19 between 7 PM and 7:30. Cause of death, single stab wound, piercing heart, /lung. Assessment, died from blood loss in under 10 minutes. Weapon found in the wound was missing tip. Man. Your name, Turtles. I'm not gonna say your actual name, man. Hey look, they're hard to make out, but there are some dark red stains here. Looks like blood. Do you think Detective Goodman's blood somehow got on this when he was stabbed? Not likely. This blood looks like it's been here for months, maybe longer. This jar was evidence in the SL9 incident. That might be when the blood got on it. I mean, yeah. H. Wait, why is it empty at the bottom? Huh. This thing doesn't have a bottom. That's weird. I wonder which side is up. Better yet, what's the purpose of a bottomless jar? Guess maybe for planting. For a plant, just from bottom watering, maybe. At least it doesn't collect dust inside, right? Oh no, it's still wood. I think we've examined everything on it. No, I'm not gonna say it, man. Tears of the Kingdom don't have it. Is there anything here? Nothing here. Nothing here. Go check it out when I can. Nothing special with the glove. Okay, that didn't work. Maybe I have to find another piece of evidence here. February 24, High Prosecutor's Office, Room 1202. I wonder if Edgeworth is back yet. There he is. It looks like he's writing something. Yeah. What are you doing here? He sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor. Tough day in court, huh? I've had to live the past 2 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me? Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm rooting for you. That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings, yep. So, what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day. Save here. That's a bit random, turtles. Porch evidence. There is no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. Turtles, be normal, man. Be normal, turtles. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to. And nothing I can do, and nothing I do can erase that fact. But you didn't know, did you? I mean, that the evidence was falsified. The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error, my responsibility as a prosecutor in charge. Turtles, try not to scare people off. Or weird people out. Don't know why you're secretly happy, don't know why. I thought you were turtles, but whatever. The fact remains the same, no matter what excuse I might have. Mr. Edgeworth, oh no. I take pride in my work, so tell me why. Why has it all come to this? Even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Tomorrow's trial. Are you up for the trial tomorrow? First last year's trial, and now this one. It seems all you do is worry about me. To be honest, you're getting on my nerves. But, Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out on the trial. Tomorrow is the last day. Too late to change prosecutors. Oh, but that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this. Oh, great. What do you mean? The list of evidence, it seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. It's only half as long as most lists. That is odd. After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may not have been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. Good for you, Turtles, good for you. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time. Say, we just saw a picture taken around that time. That picture. Something seemed strange about it. Yeah. The day of the crime. Could you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Gooden was murdered. You were participating in a ceremony over at the station, right? I've never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one. Because you were awarded this. Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony. I finished up at the office in the morning, then drove over to the police department. You finished up at the office. Why is the car back here then? Yes, just odds and ends, clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is, until I was asked to take something back. Take something back? This. And Gaunt told you to do it, yeah. Oh yeah, Chief Gaunt asked you to hold on to that, didn't he? Yep. Yes. It was a piece of evidence in a case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office. That's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to? That's right. This picture was hanging on the wall. In Chief Gaunt's office. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He had just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy. Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me, yeah. Yes. The trophy Mr. Marshall is holding. I give the best but worst advice. Ah, great. I think my advice is pretty good, yep. It's a little different than yours. Yes, you're right. I remember now. Remember what? That was what the official prosecutor's trophy looked like until 2 years ago. There's a story behind its design. A story. I told you to stop eating. Nope. I say if you have a problem with gaining weight, don't eat as much. It's very simple, man. Don't eat as much. Yeah. If you're overweight or you want to lose weight, you don't eat as much. It's simple as that, man. If you're eating more than you're burning, you're going to gain weight. So you need to eat less than the calorie Till you stop eating. Nope. I said I don't eat as much. That's what I said. If I ever get above a certain weight, I don't eat as much and lose weight. I stop eating as much and lose weight. And that's what I said. Don't blame me for you misinterpreting stuff, man. Story. Oh, but I'm pretty darn sure certain I didn't. Because I would have said eat less. I would say stop eating as much. Anyways, sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us? It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on. Contradiction. Right, please, I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to... Ah, fine. Man. But it worked, yeah. You shouldn't cut eating all the way. You eat less. You eat less, but you don't stop eating. You don't stop eating altogether, but you eat less. Although some people do fast. Some people do fast, and it does work. Fasting for like a day isn't too bad. Supposedly good for the body. But when you do it for a long period of time, it can be bad. It can be bad, but anyways, you're maybe if I just show my best evidence, I can get some reaction out of him. Bonk. Man. Nope. The teacher lagged out in class, I thought you said you were homeschooled, man. Okay, we got a lift here, I believe. Wait, do I have the list? Nope. Still have teachers, Wait, then why don't you get worksheets then? If you have teachers, why don't you get worksheets, man? Let's see here, though. It seems everything in this case is designed to cast doubt on me. Strange. Hey, don't look at me. Yes, I went into the evidence room on the day of the crime. Chief God asked me to do something. They take evidence from a case solved 6 months ago. Back to the prosecutor's office. Strange. I have a locker in there as well. Did you notice anything amiss when you were in the evidence room? That room's always dark and I was in a hurry. I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. Man, Emo, shut up. You're ruining stuff. Oh. No, that's a bad idea, Turtles. That's a bad idea. Whenever you do anything online, you're never free. It'll always be there. It'll always be online. Prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. Excuse me. Oh, hey. Lunchbox lady again, Angel. Angel Star. Would either of you care for a quarter pound of roast beef? Miss Star. I guess she's out of lunches. You certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow. No. Okay, let's reread it. Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple to discover milk. Aren't they called teats or whatever? At least when I milked a cow. When I said like usually you milk the teat or whatever, yeah. Same. I also did it. No. No, it's not. No, I mean teats, man. I don't mean that, no. I mean teats, that's only what they call it, man. When you milk a cow, that's what they call it. They call it the teat, not... Yeah, that's what they call it, man. That's what they call a turtle. That's what they call it. Still, I never thought you'd go digging up that case from 2 years ago. Everyone in this trial was involved in the SL9 incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day the evidence from that case was... I think Mr. Gaunt was the killer. Just a hunch. And that's kinda gross, man. They can still be dirty. On the very day the evidence from that case was due for transferal, this can't all be attributed to mere coincidence. Aren't you forgetting something? You know, that little scene I happened to witness. The instant Lana stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. I doubt that, man. I think it's Gaunt. It's either Gaunt or someone Gaunt knows. It's Gaunt or someone Gaunt knows. It's set up, so... It's set up, man. It like seemed like someone tried to frame Edgeworth at like every point. I think it's Gaunt. It's either Gaunt or someone Gaunt convinced to do it. The instant Lana stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. Roast beef is meant to be savored when eaten. It starts hatred toward Lana. It all dates back to 2 years ago. I know, you said that you never got this far. Dark investigation. So dark. That's a name I'll not soon forget. We trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I don't think I was ever more alive than I was then. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. I don't think they'd be your mom then. I think they'd be your dad. He was here. Poor old Jake Marshall, though. Must have been going through hell. Nope. No, I'm not, Turtles. I remember one time a girl was complaining about combing her hair, and I'm like, it doesn't look any different. I'm like, look, if you comb your hair or not, it doesn't look any different. So we had a little better wager. She knew for like a whole month, and I'm like, yeah, I don't see any difference. Supposedly she could see a difference, but I couldn't, man. I'm like, it looks the same. I don't get it. It looks the same. Yeah, I'm surprised they really did it the entire time. You are. Good for you, Turtles, but yeah. I was like... You know, it didn't look different, man. I didn't see the point. Anyways, you mean because of his brother's death? They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate. Lana. Her. Lana Sky. Tax invasion. What type of invasion? Not too sure what would invade. Anyways, Lana Sky. My sister. The best of the best were put on that SL9 case. Of course they were led by that legendary duo. Lana. Chief gone. Yep. After case closed, that legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out. You mean, with the forging of the evidence? Don't get me wrong, Jotar got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, while other items were kept secret. But you don't have proof anything illegal was done. I'm proof enough of what happened. After that case, all of us save Goodman were relieved of our duties. Most without even so much as an explanation. An honest guy transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor. Lana always wanted to be a prosecutor. Nothing's quite as simple as it appears. Huh? Lana Sky was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter. He was being used. Yeah, you can type emotes, I guess, maybe. Legendary duo. Dom and Gaunt and Lana Sky. God led the investigation. With Lana second in command, they were the best. They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they? Turtles, don't be weird. Domagaunt's magnetism in particular was almost unreal. His magnetism, charisma. By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. Oh, he created them, huh? He'd produce the most incredible evidence in the case he handled. Incredible evidence? You mean... Oh yes, there were rumors about him even back then. I know you're weird, but there's still stuff you shouldn't say. No one dared confront him though. I take it she's talking about forged evidence. Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her. I don't know what you're doing, Turtles. Really? Really? Turtles, lessen the spam, man. Oh yes, myself included. I was a fool, really. She hated anything crooked, and always watched out for the other detectives. Boom. Well, Turtles, we did warn you, man. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. We'll have to go down for a bit, Turtles. Anyways, she hated anything crooked and always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake. Mr. Marshall. Mr. Marshall. When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would have ever recovered from his shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating. Miss Star. That's why I'll never be able to forgive her. Yep. Why did she have to turn so cold after that? Yeah, she also got screwed over, right? Being used. Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she? Yes, thanks to Chief Gaunt's powerful influence. Chief. That's right. Having solved the SL9 case, his position as chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control, and then no one could stand in his way at the prosecutor's office, right? The prosecutor's office. What? You mean that's why Lana was transferred? If he could control the chief prosecutor, he could control the prosecutor's office. That must have been his goal all along. But how could he control Lana? I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude there must have been a reason for her change. Wait, what if Gaunt was there as well? When Lana was there, Gaunt was there as well. And Gaunt's the one who stuck the knife in to make it look like he was killed by a knife. Ooh, maybe. At last, I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank you, Miss Star. You listen to me, rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been. I don't have anything else to tell you. The only thing I can give you now is a poppy seed bar set. Talk about cheap. Eat this and maybe you'll be able to tell Black from White in court tomorrow. Anna's the same. She's the same. No, nothing. Nothing special was this year, huh? Nope. The tag says AI-16. What's that got to do with anything? Nothing apparently, at least. That's what Edgeworth said. That makes it seem all the more suspicious, who knows? This might turn out to be the clue that breaks the case. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah. Wait, Gumshoe ain't even here no more, huh? Oh wait, I know what I can do. I know what I can do. Detention center here. We talked to... Attorneys and prosecutors have no business showing evidence outside court. It's taboo. Especially when the interests of both parties are involved. He really means it. I don't know. I don't care, I'm doing it anyways. Attorneys and prosecutors have no business, Man. Nope. Maybe... Or we're gonna run it down the line. Something's gotta work. Maybe, probably not. Boo. I don't think anything here would work though, you know. Except this here. Boo, Lana, boo! Man. Oh, he won't. I feel like he has the highest chance here, huh? I'm showing it. I once dreamed of being a defense attorney a long time ago. What? You wanted to be a defense attorney, Mr. Edgeworth? Yeah. Yet, a clear path is laid out before me. I have no time to look back on what might have been. You know, it wouldn't hurt if you put this up somewhere, like on a shelf. This has no meaning for me anymore. What do you mean, anymore? That's who I was last year. What good is it to dwell on the past? He's asking me, or why can't he just accept it graciously? Actually, something's been troubling me about this shield. Look, do you notice anything different? Different? Yeah, don't you remember? The other shield in the court record? I guess I'd better present this other shield. I did though, man. Oh wait, it's here. Oh, what? So I just never checked. Oh man, I'm dumb. King of Prosecutor's Trophy. This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with two characters, The first means halberd, and the second means shield. Have you heard this story, Unstoppable object versus immovable force, maybe? Me? Oh, sure. Everyone knows that. Why don't you tell it though, for Ima's sake? Very well. Breakable. Breakable versus unstoppable, right? The unbreakable shield and the unstoppable spear. Long ago in the kingdom of Shu, there was an arms merchant. One day, he presented the king with two items. The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon. Wait a minute. Those claims contradict each other. Thank you, very perceptive. But then again, you've heard this story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very description of these items discredited them both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. And thus, the Chinese word for contradiction was born. Ah. Oh, I see. So the chipped shield and broken knife symbolize... Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items. The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words. But it's in their nature to pursue matters to their conclusion. Even if it results in something as ugly as this. Wow. Thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today. That's funny. That's funny. If that's so, then why were you only given a shield? You'll have to ask Chief Gaunt. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the award abolished. Chief Gaunt. Being a prosecutor's trophy updated in the court record. Now we can ask Gumshoe Prawley. 2 years ago, the halberd was removed at Gaunt's behest, giving it its current form. Appreciated edgy boy, appreciated man. February 24, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Oh, you're back. You're still here. I gotta make 150 copies of these flat files. Brewing coffee, copying files. I'm turning into a regular DJ. You're a DJ as well. If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey. Oh, that DJ. I gotta admire your persistency, but my answer's still no. I'm not letting you in the chief's office, period. It'd be my neck on the line. That office is the last crime scene in the SL9 incident. I have to take a look in there. There's got to be something we can do to make the detective change his mind. Ah. Or the shield A. Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors award that Mr. Edgeworth got the other day. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations. Say, this design's based on an old Chinese parable, right? Yeah, everyone knows that. There was this, dragon, yeah, that's it, a dragon. He had a thing for shields, see? That's not exactly the version we heard. No, but this one sounds more exciting. Anyway, it gets kind of gory after that, I'll spare you the details. Hey turtles, welcome back. Well, welcome back. Yep, you can talk now. You know, I have no meaning in the past. Man, that's near. Okay, you're done. Well, you shouldn't have done it so much then, man. Different, yeah. I already know the other shield. You're spamming too much, man. You're spamming too much. Stinky, no you. What am I missing here? There's something I'm missing. So you can play that game? I'm not too sure you can, because I can mute you, but you can't really mute me to everyone else. Oh, wine, yeah. Great. You're too young for wine. Actually, no, I probably need to the police department here. And tell them about it. Yeah, that's probably it. Nope, never mind. What the heck, man? Nothing's working here, huh? You're too young for that turtles, as I said, man. I can't figure it out. We'll figure it out eventually. I'm hoping that maybe we double do it here. Maybe. Nope. Okay, yeah, but don't drink it, man. Don't do that. Yeah, record, I know. Seven, yep. But it can't go anywhere, huh? Nothing here. Nothing changed here, okay, yeah. Can you give me something? Oh, wait, actually, she might talk about it. Never mind. I mean, I believe I showed Edgeworth everything here, right? I believe I've showed Edgeworth everything here. Give me a second, I gotta blow my nose. Okay, that's better. Now. Oh, nothing here. We're going presenting everything here. Show everything here. When I mean everything, I mean everything. Bingo, yep. We're picking everything here. If you don't know what it is, you brute force it, right? I feel like I'm missing something though. I feel like I'm missing something. I thought maybe investigating here would help. Did it? Nope. Man. Gotta try something here, eh? We try. Cause everything ain't working, man. Nothing's working. No, you shouldn't have done that, man. Shouldn't have done that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm trying to figure out what to do. Okay, now I know you actually didn't taste it. Now I know you actually didn't taste it because wine tastes fucking awful. But... oh wait, it's actually gonna work. But this isn't related to the case, remember? You said so yourself. So I did. Chief Gaunt gave this to you that day, didn't he? Sure you, man. He asked you to bring it here from the police department. Chief is a very competent man, but sometimes he does things that don't make any sense. He's trying to forge evidence against you, Edgeworth, eh? At least it's better than being incompetent and doing things that don't make sense. Searching detective comes to mind. What do you mean, man? What's the question mark about? Nothing here. Man. trying everything because I don't know what's working here. Well, let's get as much info as we can. Hopefully. Yes, I went to the evidence room on the day of the crime. Yep, Chief Collins asked you to do something to take evidence from a case solved 6 months ago back to the prosecutor's office. Yep. You have locked in there as well. No, we're talking to everything here. We're doing everything. Got it on, right? Oh, I would appreciate it. There's turtles being weird. Okay, yeah, here. It's not this case, it's the previous one. The picture was hanging, yep. Hanging on the wall. Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me, yep. Yes, the trophy Mr. Marshall is holding, yeah, I know. I remember now. Contradiction, I know. Did I have? No, I didn't, man. How many times do I have to tell you I don't have kids, man? Okay, yeah. Okay, none of these worked. Okay, which word am I supposed to place as as? I don't have anything else to tell you. Not there. Somewhere missing, maybe? I don't know. Because she isn't gonna discuss anything. The only option we have is I can... Him. Is it gonna work now though? Maybe. Let me show the... Man, fine. I've been studying up on those files. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with Mr. Edgeworth's presentation. Good for you, Turtles, good for you. I think people are accusing him of injustice. I, for one, ain't buying it, pal. Looking into the case for Mr. Edgeworth, yeah. It was a pretty big deal while it was going on, you know. After all, a serial killer was on the loose. Lana was pretty clear in her confession. She forged evidence in order to prove Joe Dark guilty, yeah. How about the jar? I think I've seen it somewhere before. Somewhere. Maybe it's one of the... Yep, same thing here. It must be the most informative. How long? Don't know. Don't know. Plan on getting one soon, though. Plan on getting one soon. Like I'm in... It's like I'm in the chief... it's like I'm in the chief's office and he's yelling at me. Man, why can't I just show him the heckin' paper? Don't know, man. I don't know turtles. I swear I've shown him everything, man. I don't know how long. Don't know. Yeah, that one didn't work. We gotta find something here, man. That's more than, yeah, anything here. I'm trying to find something here. Have a good sleep, man. Yeah, I hope so too, man. That's where I've shared everything with him. And none of these worked, which likely means I need something else here. I need another piece of evidence here, man. He's untalkative. And she's untalkative, so the only one I can get evidence is from Edgeworth here, but I've shown Edgeworth everything. Here we go. Maybe I'll get the actual paper this time around. Come on, can you get the paper? Nope. Trying to find the paper. Last time they showed a paper, man. Like maybe just skipped something when I did dialogue. It didn't count. Are you up for the trial tomorrow? Here, I want that. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this. What do you mean? Come on, do I get it? That picture. Something seems strange about it. Yeah, I know what's strange about it. Okay, did I get it? Nope. Can I get the paper? A work desk. It's quite tidy, as one may expect. But a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so hot I can see my own reflection. Strange, why did they just picture Detective Gumshoe? Maybe I'll take that name, plaque a souvenir. Don't. He'll sue you. Crumpled paper. I wonder what he was writing before. Come on, Mr. Wright. Let's take a look. Are you crazy? Edgeworth is sitting right there. Just distract him, I'll check it out. Hey Edgeworth. Is that Detective Gumshoe out the window there? Oh no, he's falling to the ground. Hold on. First, let me see what the girl's doing crawling around my feet. He didn't even look. What? Letter of If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it out for you. This is what I was missing, okay? I didn't... He was standing here though, I didn't see because he was standing in front of it, man. That's so stupid. Yeah, okay. Guess I'll need to keep that in mind next time. I'll need to keep it in mind. If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It says letter of It says a letter of resignation. Resignation? Edgeworth, you don't mean... I'm tired, right? I feel as if something inside me has died. But Mr. Edgeworth, none of it is your fault. I know. I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. And no one else should forgive me either. Uh-oh. I think he's serious. Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something. This letter of resignation, I wonder if I can use it for anything. Letter of resignation. Edgeworth's discarded letter of resignation. He's serious. Perfect, I need this to Gumshoe. Appreciated, edgy boy, appreciated. This will have heckin' Detective Gumshoe opening up like a clam. Due to recent events, I hereby announce my resignation as public prosecutor. He already wrote a resignation letter. Wow. Even when resigning, Mr. Edgeworth is cool and concise. Still, it wasn't his fault. Someone has to be held responsible. That's how it is in the grown-up world. Yeah, but that responsibility means nothing if you just quit. Well, not everyone sees it that way. To truly take responsibility, you should have to work the rest of your life for no pay. That's one tough grown-up world there. Hey, Gumshoe. What's this crumpled up piece of paper? Yeah. No way. Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious. Oh, yeah, he is. Is he ever not serious? I can't believe they've pushed him this far. Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible. When I first met him, I thought he was as cold as ice too. But I know different now. He trusted us detectives to provide him with sound evidence. But we betrayed him. Detective. That's it. I've made up my mind. But... Here, take my ID card. We can't do that if someone found out. They wouldn't let you off the hook with another lost item report. Look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated. What? So at least let me do this, for Mr. Edgeworth's sake. Alright, detective. Thank you. I need to remember the areas as well, wow. I know I didn't remember seeing that there, but it's like, wait, what? I should have noticed right away. I need to check the room every time. Gumshoe's ID, a police department ID card, allows access to areas of the PD open to detectives. Appreciate it, buddy. Let me share a little advice to you, yeah. Oh, but it's your own badge. Oh, number. Ah. Chief's office, here we go. February 24. Police Department, Chief's office, here we go. Here goes Mr. Wright. Click. Beep. See, it is in the wrong location now. We're in. If anyone finds us now. Detective Gumshoe's a goner. If that happens, I'm counting on you to bail me out. Yeah. Oof. Happened again. Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I didn't even know you could slap a ghost. Yeah. Detective Gumshoe. What are you doing sneaking up on us like that? I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came too. If you're here, then what's the point in giving us your ID card? Gumshoe's ID crushed and rendered unusable in pocket. Hey, don't do that to my card. Oh. I hardly ever get a chance to come in here. So I figured I'd have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now. You really do want to get fired, don't you? Not if we're lucky. Now come on, let's see what we can find out. I've got a bad feeling about this. Yep. The chief's office, here we go. That desk on the other side of the room. Was that your sister's? Yes, that's where I was waiting for Lana. On the day 2 years ago. But that's not where the murder happened. It happened on the other side. So yeah, I guess, but no. If he was running to him, how did they get all the way to the other side of the room? On the day 2 years ago. Is anyone using it now? No, sir. This is entirely Chief Gaunt's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene. That's a strange reason to leave it there. He leaves it as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us so himself at our New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time. I see. So ever since Lana left, no one ever touches that desk. No one except Chief Gaunt, and the cleaning lady who's in here each morning. Still, 2 years have passed since Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any clues remaining. I want to examine first here. What was here? Look. The murder occurred right here. The murder occurred right here. Yep. The murder had to have occurred right here. Or else why would there be blood on the item? Whatever. We'll go left to right. These shelves are mostly empty. Lana must have cleaned them out. Lana must have cleaned them out when she transferred over to the prosecutor's office. There's a small picture frame on the left shelf. Hey, this is when Lana and I went to that theme park. Oh. Nice window. Those look pretty cool. Look at that, the giant window. Makes you want to crash through it and jump outside. This is the 15th floor. I know, I was just saying. Saying what? Ever since making Detective, I've always dreamed about doing something like that. Note to self, Detective Gumshoe has a lot of dreams, so long as he doesn't go crashing through that window when he gets fired. Don't say that. This is probably the important one, eh? This was taken on that day 2 years ago. The day Joe Dark ran out of the questioning room and tried to kill Emma. After receiving his award trophy, Mr. Marshall took a picture here. Then went along with Chief Gaunt to question Dark. I bet he never knew he'd be dead just a few hours later. Gee, you think? Yeah. This was Lana's desk. It sure is tidy. Lana's always been a meticulous cleaner. There's not even any dust on it. Looks like someone's still keeping it clean. Does Lana ever come back here? No. Chief Gaunt must still keep it clean in memory of their partnership. They were the stuff legends are made of. Does he keep it in memory of her, or in memory of the crime scene? The Chief's organ sure is a slight... The Chief's organ sure is a sight to behold. Occasionally we hear him playing it from the Criminal Affairs Department. That's on the 2nd floor, and this is the 15th floor of an entirely different building. When a detective screws up, the Chief calls him to his office and makes him listen to the organ for hours. What's so bad about that? Music soothes the soul. After that, the detective can't hear anything for days except for the ringing in their ears. So it's an instrument of punishment, literally. But aren't the Chief's ears affected? He never listens to anyone anyway. That's besides the point, yeah. Floor. This mark looks like some kind of flower. Word is, it's designed after the insignia on the prosecutor's badge. Prosecutor's badge. Yeah, like the one hanging from your collar. What? They have badges too. The design's supposed to portray the severity of the punishment system. Now that you mention it, it does look all pointy and kind of painful. But Mr. Edgeworth never wears a badge. That's because he's a sharp dresser. A badge like that wouldn't go too well with his outfit. So sharp dressers don't need to wear badges. I guess everyone just kind of lets it slide. I don't see how that's supposed to signify severe punishment. No. Window. Another window. But not yet. Wow, look at the size of Chief Gaunt's desk. Speaking of that, when we were here earlier... Oh, it's you two. Chief Gaunt. He put the paper he was reading in his desk. That's a list of evidence. Yeah. I wonder what he was reading. This looks like a list of evidence. A list of evidence? In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this though. Hey, look at the case name. Oh. SL9 incident. I wonder what this is doing here. Hold on, detective. What did you just say? I said, I wonder what... No, about evidence lists. Normally they're twice as long. That's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence. A half-sized list of evidence. Edgeworth, yep. The list of evidence, it seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. What would the other half of the list be doing here? I knew it. The Chief must be hiding something about that case. It would appear so. Evidence list added to the court record. List of evidence in SL9 incident was ripped in half, so this part is all I've got. The heck? I wonder what this is. It looks like someone drew some kind of sketch here. Trying to say what happened, making it up. What is it? Did you find something? I can't make it out. I'd better keep quiet about it for now. Oh, no, it's nothing. Why are your eyes moving about like that, Mr. Wright? I'd better not forget about this picture. Leave here while we're examining. Well, look at the size of Chief Gaunt's desk. We found this inside the drawer, a list of evidence from the SL9 incident. Mr. Edgeworth had the other half of that list. What would this list be doing here? We'd better look a little more into this list. Aha, yep. This is a safe, isn't it? Safe. That word is ripe with intrigue. Ah, okay. Yeah, okay, if you say so. It looks like a code needs to be entered in this panel to open it. 7-digit number. I think I just know, mate. I think I just might know what it is. Don't touch it, not yet. I'm not sure what will happen if we enter the wrong code. I'd better wait until I find something more definite. A 7-digit number. Didn't we see one of those somewhere? How about we try entering my birth date? 7-digit number. Which is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. It's gonna be 7777777. 7777777. Yeah. This is the real deal, isn't it? This armor and these weapons. Sure as bound. The chief doesn't care for imitations. First the pipe organ, now this armor. Do you know how many taxpayer dollars must have gone into this room? What? You mean we're paying for this? That's it. I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes. Oh no, you don't have any taxes to pay. Shh. Be careful of what you say. Who knows? The chief may be hiding in this armor as we speak. I don't think he'd fit in there. Even if he did, he'd never be able to get back out. Cut it out. You guys don't know how scary that guy can be. Anything else in here? Oh yeah, window. You can see pretty far from 15 stories up if you were to drop that suit of armor from here. At first, the chief wanted to use stained glass for this window. Really? Why didn't he? They say he changed his mind because he wouldn't be able to see the view. Oh. Stained glass or not, it's a huge window. Yeah. Dave, look, I don't know, like, cause I want to check everything here. I know what likely is the case once I put it in. Then they'll come in. Chief Gaunt, can I ask you something? Sure. You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SL9 crime scenes. I mean, that's your only reason for coming here, isn't it? Why do you ask? You don't think? Nah. You wouldn't be. No. No, there's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Okay, now then. Let's look around a bit more. Hey, hold on. Not so fast, buddy. Huh? What is it? When someone tells you don't worry about it, it's supposed to start bothering you, pal. You don't just let it go with that. Sorry. This guy's starting to get on my nerves. Okay, so what's bothering you? You two don't think Chief Gaunt might be a suspect, do you? What? He's right, Mr. Wright. What do we think of him? Chief Gaunt. It would finally come to this. What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings yet. There you go, ignoring me again. Sorry, man. We just can't tell you too much. Sorry, we're gonna crack it open. Make sure nothing's here. Yep. I know it. Input number. Do you know what it is? I have a hunch. Oh, I know. You want to try my birthday? It's... no. I have a better idea. Here goes nothing. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bingo. What number did you enter? Whose birthday was that, pal? 777777. The final ID card number on that record. What? Number of the mysterious executive officer who entered that room that day. You mean 777777? That ID number. I think you're 17 shy this time. This can only mean one thing. That's Chief Gant's ID number. Say, anyone care to look inside? You save. I knew it. I'm like, actually, you know what? Is there any money in there? How much does he have stashed away? Look, it's a, it's the other piece of the vase. A shard from a broken, it's a shard from a broken cup. This somehow looks familiar. Where have I seen this before? There's something else in here too. What's this? It looks like a piece of leather cloth. Handprint, hey. This is a handprint, isn't it? Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. You think the chief made up the design? I don't think so. Oh. Well, it was just a thought. Is that it? This is all that was in the safe. Apparently so. It's empty now. A piece of cloth with a handprint on it. And a broken shard from a cup. No, a vase, not a cup. They look like pieces of evidence, yeah. Yeah, but unless you can prove they have something to do with this case, I'm afraid I can't just let you take them. After all, it's my neck on the line here. Great. Now I have to prove their relevancy to get them. How are these two items related to the SL9 incident? Come on, there's got to be something we can show the detective. Detective Gumshoe, could you have another look at this jar? I remember when the three of us put that back together. Those were the days. It's kind of early to be nostalgic. Wasn't this jar a piece of evidence from that case? That's right. One of the shards had an SL9 incident sticker on it. Doesn't this ring any bells? You know that fragment we just found? You mean this one that was in the safe? Yes, that one. That was in the safe. Yep. Come on, Gumshoe. Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells, yeah. Let's see if it fits. Assemble. Here, let me see that shard. I'll take a crack at this. Go ahead, pal. Show us what a rookie can do. Mr. Wright, here's some glue. If I can piece this together again, it'll prove Chief Gant was knowingly hiding evidence. Here goes. Bonk. There, it fits like a charm. That of course means Chief Gant willingly and knowingly hid a piece of this jar in his safe. Who's there? Who's there? In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident. Olive who? Olive who? I love you. Yep. Gotcha. Appreciate it, gamer. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident. What? Hey guys, get a load of this. What is it? This piece that you just detached. It's different from the others. How so? More blood. Oh wait, that Japanese. I don't know, maybe. There's a reddish line on it. A reddish line. That's blood. I don't get it. Why would Chief Gant hide this in his safe? Unstable jar updated in the court record. Unstable jar. Evidence from the SL9 incident. Final fragment found in Chief Gant's safe. Blood traces. Yep. I need the handprint. Get the handprint. What I likely need to do is, glove. Fun part, I won't be able to give you any information. So that's why I have to get it all out of my system now. You understand, don't you? Don't be so negative, detective. We do want you to share your information, though. Oh, who am I fooling? I've never had anything useful to share to begin with. Oh, got to stay positive. Yep. What could make the hand suspicious? Maybe this here. No, locker can't be opened without. Yep, sides. There's no reason for the murderer to the locker. Yep. Hey, wasn't your locker the one with some blood? Yep. The handprint of the real murderer's gloved hand. Without any fingerprints. Shh. If they come to arrest me, you'll defend me, won't you? Yeah. That's what I wanted. What could work here? You could possibly try getting fingerprints here. Detective Gumshoe, I'd like you to have a look at this. Hey, I know what that is. So you want to take some fingerprints? That's a great idea, Detective. That's what I wanted to do. Alright, go to town. Sheesh. What are you doing? Why are you sticking out your hand like that? Go ahead, take my fingerprints. No. It's not your fingerprints we want to take. Oh, come on. This isn't the time for jokes. We're talking about that cloth we found in the safe. Oh, yeah, I knew that. The one with the handprint on it, right? Sheesh, where's your sense of humor? Okay, Mr. Wright, let's check for prints. Sprinkle the powder on the cloths. Then once they've been absorbed into the print, throw the rest away. What are you, my mom? What are you, my mom? I don't have to be told 1,000,000 times. Alright, let's get this over with. Yep. I'm thinking here. Dust. Gives you a lot of dust. Or else it doesn't work right. Yeah, make sure you dust it off well. Or else you'll be like, hey, it's not good enough. So you dust everything. There we go. Still not enough. 20 minutes, never enough. Never enough, man. Now if I blow it again, it's gonna be bad, so I gotta do it again. Okay, now. Thank you. Spiral up. Spiral up, eh? Nope. Ema Sky, wait. That's Ema, wait a second. Definitely a match. Wait, did she kill Marshall? Instead. Did she kill Marshall? Oh no. No. How can this be? What are Ema's fingerprints doing here? Hey, you found a match? Whose fingerprints were they? It seems the prints are too old. They aren't clear enough to get a match. Oh, that's too bad. I thought they'd be Dark's prints. Hey, you. Over here. What's going on here? What are that kid's prints doing inside the chief's safe? Don't ask me. Let's just keep this information from Emo for now. Here, maybe you should hold on. Maybe you should hold on to this, yeah. Piece of cloth folded and added to the court record. Found in Chief John's safe. Evidence for something. But what? Bears Emo Sky's prints. Well, was I any help? Of course. Thanks to your ID card, we were able to get some hard evidence. Now that's not very kind, is it? In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. Isn't that right, you and the coat? Ugh, the chief gone. No, we didn't think you'd be back so soon. Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in signs. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out a window and saw a stray dog run right into a pole. Just then I thought of a search and detective. You mean me, sir? Now it's spirit. Now then, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave. Yes, sir. Sorry. Oh, you in the coat. Yes, sir. Drop off your ID on the way out. Drop off your ID on the way out. You won't be needing it anymore. But sir... Now get out. Yeah, I think he's the one who did it. Yes, sir. I wonder if he killed wait, I wonder if Marshall wasn't actually dead. And then God killed Marshall to make it look like Dark did it so they could get him. Yes, sir. We'll be on our way to then. Wait, you, the one without the spiky hair. Don't go yet. Me, sir. I'd like a word with you. But sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator yet. You with the spiky hair, you're free to go. Mr. Wright. Have fun, Ema, have fun. Look, pal, if I have told you once Look, pal, if I have told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. The chief's office is off limits. But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you? I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired. Yeah, but if I knew it'd be like this, I never would have said it. Now that I've seen the evidence Chief Gaunt was hiding in his office, I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. What if it was Chief Gaunt's blood? It proved that he was at the crime scene. But it's Ema's hand. And cloths. It looks like it's part of this cloth here. Which means Ema touched Chief Gaunt's shirt for some reason. So maybe she accidentally... Oh. Because they said that she fainted. She thought she fainted. She couldn't remember anymore, but what actually happened, they're probably fighting. They both got knocked out or whatever when this fell on them. Both got knocked out. And Gaunt took that opportunity to stab Marshall. Gaunt took that opportunity to stab Marshall. With Dark's knife to make it look like Dark did it. But why is she kept eerily silent about it why is she kept eerily silent about it all this time? Anyway, you listen to me. I'm gonna try to smooth things over with the chief again. Later, pal. Good luck, man. You're gonna need it. After that, I heard from Ema. She said the police wanted to ask her some questions, so she'll be busy for the rest of the day. February 24, Detention Center, visitor's room. See, so the chief asked Ema to come in for questioning. It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here. But I've already told you all I can. Lie. What you've told me over these past couple of days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing. Really, I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman. You know, I think I finally figured it out. I know who it is that's lurking behind your words, Gaunt. You did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. It seems Edgeworth was right. Edgeworth. Once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is a term he used, I believe. Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. Resave. Just in case, haha. Keeping quiet. I have to admit, I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. I feel like Gaunt was definitely the mastermind behind it. Now, I don't know if he actually killed, because I'm pretty sure Goodman was actually killed in the detective room. And then they found the evidence in Edgeworth. Gaunt wanted to frame Edgeworth. Gaunt wanted to frame Edgeworth, that's what happened here. Gaunt wanted to frame Edgeworth. So, when she stabbed Goodman, Goodman was already dead. She did this to save Edgeworth. That's what happened. Goodman killed, Gaunt killed Goodman in an attempt to frame Edgeworth here. is try and frame Edgeworth and what occurred. Ooh. And then she told... Literally told Lana about it. And she took the fall for Edgeworth instead. That's why you think all Edgeworth's knife and stuff and why he told him to come back. All that jazz. You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so, because of a certain individual. What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say. So you think I'm protecting this person? Edgeworth, yep. Protecting? No. I think afraid of is more like it. I think she's protecting Edgeworth and also afraid of Gaunt. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence. For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, who, may I ask, is this person you're speaking of? The one I am supposedly so frightened of. What is this person's name? Damon Gaunt. Oh, my sky. Mr. Wright, you are addressing the chief prosecutor. Do not forget your place. I take it she's still not ready to spill the beans. My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about what you think you know? Oh, great. More. More. My tiny brain isn't good at telling more. Damon Gaunt. We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective. Assuming he is respectable, then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes? His crimes. Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did. Specifically, hiding and forging evidence. Of course, these are serious offenses. Why is it, though, that Chief Gaunt's name was never mentioned? Chief Gaunt. Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possibly tampered with the evidence was Gaunt and Yelena, yep. And Gaunt. Me. I had access because I was second in command of that investigation. Yes, you, but also one other, Damon Gaunt. If you intend to accuse Chief Gaunt, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gaunt falsified evidence in that case. I mean, he took half the second piece of paper. I just found this in a safe in the chief's office. This jar piece and this piece of cloth. Do you know what these are? They're pieces of evidence from the SL9 incident. The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Gaunt himself. Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him? Touché, Mr. Wright. It's as you surmised, I cannot disobey the chief's orders. Even if it means being found guilty for murder. Why not? Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate in the murder of Detective Goodman. Or perhaps I should say, follow orders. Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate. Orders. Although I can't tell you the details, I can say that I was given an order that day. I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. There it is. She didn't kill. I knew it. Goodman probably found out the truth, so Gaunt disposed of him. You'll find it inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car. There it is, yep. Just as I suspected. Like what everyone believes. You were not the one who murdered Detective Goodman, correct? I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk's lock was broken, and I discovered that murder weapon while inspecting the body. The murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife? No. When I found the body, this was a knife stuck in it. Oh, SL9-2 was actually used, huh? Or SL9-2 was used. A knife from SL9 incident. Serial killer Joe Dark's knife. I couldn't just leave that knife in him, so I took it out and stabbed him with another knife. That would be Edgeworth's knife. That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. Which he did stab him, but he was already dead. That's why I ended up cutting my hand. And that is the reason for the bandage on your right hand. Yes, it seems that I got blood on the victim's shoes as well. Wait, so the blood on the shoe? So there wasn't blood there. It was water. Maybe. And then... She saw me just as I plunged the knife in. The star, huh? Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly? Dark's knife. It took a lot of work to finally close the Dark case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't ever want it to be opened again. My intent was to prevent that, by whatever means possible. So, you hid Dark's knife. The weapon used to stab Detective was evidence in the Joe Dark case. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that. So you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it, in Edgeworth's exhaust pipe. Right, then I called my sister. To tell her what happened, and to ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler. You asked Emma. I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this. That would explain why Emma is so confident. About Lana's innocent. Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day. A bad feeling. The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gaunt, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall. To Marshall. My on earth would you call him? The lead investigator for the SLN incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden, and I needed help. He was the only other person I could trust, or at least I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own. Oh, you mean... Not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hands. He disguised himself as Detective Goodman and tried to steal the evidence. He had already stolen the ID card, but it seems he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared, so your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room. I'm afraid that's all I can tell you, but Lana, you've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as a defense attorney and an investigator. Now please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow's trial. There's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. I've got to get to the bottom of everything. Oh great. Detective Goodman's a real murderer. Dabbing Gaunt. And what went down in the chief's office 2 years ago? To be continued. Yep. And there we go. It's one heckin' long day. Final day. Probably won't finish it, or maybe we will. Don't know. February 25, 9:47 AM. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. This is a defendant lobby, alright. There's no defendant. I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? And where's Emma, for that matter? It almost seems as if something's been happening behind the scenes, yep. Edgeworth. Knowing you, you've already figured it out. Who the owner of the 77777 ID number is, that is. Well, I have a pretty strong hunch. Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out. You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt regarding this ID record. If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything. True. Not yet. In any event, once all doubt has been removed from that list, I can call for a ruling. 5 minutes, right? And Chief Prosecutor Sky will be found guilty. But she didn't do it. Figured you'd say as much. That's why I came here, to hear what you have to say. This is the first time he's ever done something like this. Nana's hiding something, and the only way we'll ever know the truth is to draw it out of her. The truth. Everything goes back to the SL9 incident. Don't be stupid. Today's the last day of the trial. We don't have time to reminisce about the past. That depends on you. If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened. Hey, I'll think about it. See you in court, Wright. Yep. This is it. If I'm ever going to find out what Chief Gaunt has on her, it's now. Did she stamp Marshall to make it look like it? Maybe. February 25, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Normally, this is when the prosecution puts forth its opening statement. But before that, the police chief has a proposal to make. Chief Gaunt. Oh, great. Morning, folks. How's everyone doing? Hey, Aji. Been back to the pool yet? No, I've been drowning enough as it is in my work. Oh, that's a good one. Don't think I can top that. If you don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is this proposal of yours? Anna, that is to say, the defendant has asked me if she could speak directly to the court. She wants to do what? Having heard what she intends to say, I feel she should be granted her request. In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble. Crap. No, don't be here, don't be here. What's this all about, defendant? I'd just like to make one simple request, and I'll be finished. Well then, what's your request? Your Honor, I'd like you to put an immediate end to the trial. Oh. I confess to all charges against me. On February 21 of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. No, Lana. Crap. What was she holding in her hand? You can't. Your Honor, the defendant's claim does not change the defense's plea. In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your services, but Lana. Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. The prosecution may lack direct evidence against me, but it has sufficiently proven its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence. I would like you to render your verdict now, if you please. Well, the defendant certainly has the right to self-representation. Her request is legally valid, although this is an unprecedented situation. Indeed, it appears there is no further need to continue this trial, even if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise. This can't be happening. It appears the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant. Objection. 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 Yep, Edgeworth, here we go. One moment, Your Honor. But Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature. I'm now worthy. And I understand this is a difficult time for you, but why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut? I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gaunt. What? Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes. Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me be. With this sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes. Some kind of deal. Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy. I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness. Oh, to whom? Well, as its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Ema Sky. I request the court hears her testimony. Oh, sure. Mr. Edgeworth, I am exercising my right to self-representation. I don't think we need to I don't care what you think, Miss Sky. Hey, she wants it right. I like this, I like Edgeworth like this. He's actually wanting the truth here. I like it. The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it. Very well. The court shall grant the prosecution's request. That's okay with you, right, Chief God? Worthy, you'll live to regret this. Mark my words. Missima Sky, please take the stand. Looks like Edgeworth has decided to take the horse by the reins. Haha. Let's go. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. My name is Ima Sky. My occupation, I'm Lana's little sister, and I want to be a scientific investigator. 2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dark, of the Joe Dark killings. Is this correct? Maybe you're just in case, like, no. I knew Edgeworth, I knew Edgeworth, man. I knew you would do it. Is this correct? Yes. I'm trying my hardest to forget about that, though. I'm sorry. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember this trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman. It is an incident that was resolved 2 years ago, really all that's relevant. Yes, it most certainly is. Let's go. Well, okay then. You sure gave in fast. Now. Please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago. The trip to yesteryear has finally begun. It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial. 2 years ago. I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came running in and took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me, but I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest. But the knife was in the back. Wasn't the knife in the back? Where is it, man? Man, I don't have the picture, man. I don't have the picture, but I know it's in the back. Whatever. Did she actually see it? It's a good thing you weren't harmed. I passed out. I don't remember much. That's understandable. Over. Please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, what does this testimony have to do with Detective Goodman's murder? That will soon become apparent, Your Honor. You've got to admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence. Yep. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. 2 years ago. Sorry, Ima. Sorry, Ima, but what has to be done? Did he actually? A man. Yes, Joe Dark. He was a serial killer. Joe Dark was brought in for questioning on the day of that ceremony. We were desperate to get anything on him that would lead to an arrest. When he saw his chance, he fled the room, right? Upon fleeing the room, Dark proceeded to take the elevator. He must have been in a panic because the elevator was going up. Then he ran into Sky and Gant's office. There was a lot of noise coming from outside, so I opened up the door to have a look. That's when I saw him. Yo, Marshall. What was the prosecutor doing there? That day, there were 2 people present during Dark's questioning. Deputy Chief Damon Gaunt and Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Wait, Damon should have been as well. Almost forgot about Gaunt. Neil Marshall had just received the King of Prosecutors Award. Young and dedicated, he went straight to the questioning room after the ceremony. I assume that would also be why he was first to run after Dark. When Dark grabbed me, I thought I was as good as dead. And that's when Prosecutor Marshall came running in. I don't clearly remember what happened, but never forget what you saw in that instant. Did you see that though? Did you see it? That must have been a real shock. Even now, when I close my eyes, I can still see it just as clearly. Tell us, what were you doing at that moment? I believe you testified that Joe Dark was holding you hostage. When lightning struck and the lights went out. Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark. I was thrown aside and the 2 began wrestling each other. I'm pretty sure I was watching them. Emma doesn't have any reason to lie. But Lana sure does. I need to get Emma to tell me as much about this as she can. How were you there? 2 years ago, the defendant was a detective at the police department, correct? Yes, she was second in command under then Deputy Chief of Police Scott. My sister, she was the best detective ever. Yes, I remember. Deputy Chief Gaunt and Miss Skye used to be quite the pair. I believe they shared the same office. That's right. I'd always sit at my sister's desk. Dream about playing that organ. I wanted to play that day too. The police department and the prosecutor's office held a ceremony that day. Lana promised to take me to dinner after she finished her work. Can you tell us about that? Mr. Marshall jumped on dark just then. The lights went out. The lights? It was just about this time of year. There was a terrible storm going on and lightning struck nearby. Then the electricity went out. Wait a minute. If it was pitch dark in that room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right? Right, but then lightning flashed again outside. That sudden flash left an unforgettable image of the scene in my mind. I see. I told the detective about what I saw then. The detective? Yes, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of the case. Detective Bruce Goodman. The victim. We're gonna hear some more here. Hear more. So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago. Yes, that's what's so scary about this trial. And you told Detective Goodman about what you saw. Yes, but at the time, the words just wouldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture. A picture? Yes, I think she mentioned that before. Well, Mr. Wright, have you heard enough? Ask about the picture. This picture the witness drew. I believe it has a very important meaning. But the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture. Witness, would you mind if we added this statement to your testimony? Yes, Your Honor. I drew a picture of that scene once, but it seems to have been lost. We objecting to this, man. We objected. Here we go. Mr. Edgeworth, this little girl put all her heart into drawing that picture. And yet, you would insist on denying its existence. Oh. Hey, I'm not the bad guy. All I'm saying is that, as a prosecutor for that case, I wasn't handed such a picture. That may well be. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold, this is the evidence list for the SL9 incident. Please turn it over, Your Honor. Turn it over. Ah, what's this? Yes, what is that? Hey, that's it. That's the picture I drew. Yep, indeed. 2 men appeared to be wrestling here. How do we know which one's gallant and which one's... 2 men appear to be wrestling here. What's the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list? Me. Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list. Oh, these lists. They're different from each other. What? It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete. These 2 lists fit together to form one. You can see the marks here where they were torn apart from each other. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happened 2 years ago. Only half of the evidence in that case ever reached you. What? What? Hey. Order, order. But, Miss Skye, why did you draw your picture on the back of such an important list? Because that's what Detective Goodman handed me in the questioning room, Your Honor. Wait a minute. Might be big. If this list was torn in half, then that means... Your Honor. Are you alright, Mr. Wright? You're either bulging from your head. If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be more of the drawing on the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list. Yes, that's quite conceivable, Mr. Edgeworth. It's possible. Let's see. Something wrong. Do you even have to ask? Sorry, Your Honor. There is indeed something drawn on the back of my list. It's that thing. Wait, why would that be there? That thing. That thing that was dancing in the evidence room. Clearly, this act of vandalism is the work of a certain chief of detectives. I guess he was out of scrap paper. Evidence list restored and updated in the court record. Evidence list of evidence in the SL9 incident. Half of this list was found in Gaunt's desk. Very well, witness. Will you please testify about this picture you drew 2 years ago? Well, oh, yes, sir, Your Honor. What's wrong with Emma? He seemed to be thinking about something when she was looking at that picture. Emma's picture, eh? This is a picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. Wait a second. You think a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind? Thanks to that, though, she was able to show us exactly what she saw. Well, I don't see any contradictions here. This clearly shows Joe Dark about to murder Prosecutor Neil Marshall. No, it doesn't. He said she saw shadows. She didn't say that she saw Joe Dark. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. Yeah. Emmy! There we go. All you can see were shadows here. So at the time, you didn't even know it was Mr. Marshall who had come to your rescue. No, I couldn't see him clearly. The lightning was so bright, and I was knocked to the floor. You were knocked to the floor. Dark had a tight grip on me, but when Mr. Marshall jumped on him, I was knocked away. I turned around, and that's when the lightning flashed. Poor Emma. I'm just glad she wasn't hurt. What happened after the lightning flashed? After that, I must have fainted. We're gonna push here, though. You mean you didn't see the actual murder take place? No. I'm sorry. The flash of lightning only drove off the darkness for a split second. Not only that, but the trauma of the situation understandably caused the witness to faint. Do you really need to torture this girl any further? What? Hey, I'm not the bad guy here. Anyway, this picture. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. But the knife is dull here. The knife is dull here, so there'd be no piece of the knife. This might not work, but it might work. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew contained a blatant contradiction. What? But I still remember it just like it was yesterday. Yeah. Mr. Wright. Perhaps it would be faster if you simply pointed out this contradiction for us, but part of this picture contradicts the autopsy report. Knife. The contradiction, of course, lies here. Take a look at the knife the man is holding. If you look closely, you can see its tip is broken. Even I don't have to look closely to see that, Mr. Wright. But Mr. Wright, look at the evidence. I see the murder weapon. Its tip is broken too. If I recall. The tip of the knife was found broken off in the victim's body. It was a conclusive piece of evidence that proved Joe Dark was a murderer. I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma. And And where, pray tell, could you possibly see a problem? It was before he was stabbed. It's obvious, really. The victim suffered a single stab wound to the back. If the victim was only stabbed once, then the murder weapon should not yet be broken. Yep. Ah. What's the meaning of this? Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand. Exactly. But then why would the knife thing be in? Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. If it was broken beforehand, it couldn't possibly wind up there. That's right, but what does this mean? The tip of the knife was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. The only possible explanation is the witness's memory is mistaken. Nope. Where it's been planted. That's why I asked her so many times if she was sure she remembered correctly. I believe you were annoyed at the time, but she was sure she remembered correctly. But there's no other way to explain this inconsistency. Yes, there is. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There is another explanation. Have you forgotten already? About a little something called falsified evidence? You're treading on thin ice, right? All I'm saying is that this broken knife tip might be the piece of evidence that was forged. You can't deny the possibility. No. Ugh. Order, order, order. Are you saying the investigation really was corrupted, Your Honor? Please allow me to, once again, go over the event that took place the day of the murder. The police department and the prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day. After receiving the King of Prosecutors Award at the ceremony, Neil Marshall questioned Joe Dark along with Stephen Gaunt. During his questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased after him and was killed by Dark. It is my belief that somewhere in this story there is a lie. I'm not lying. The man really was holding up a broken knife. If that's true, then there is no other way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon. There must have been another broken knife. What are the chances of there being two broken knives? Another broken knife besides Joe Dark's? Could there have been one? Could there have been one, There's another one. If the witness is this adamant about the accuracy of what she saw, it can't just be explained by a simple observational error. It's too right. Yep. In that instant, Emma really did see a broken knife. I assume, then, that you have some information about this other broken knife. If so, please feel free to enlighten us. The murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Take a look at this. Here's a real murder weapon. This right here. If anything's broken here, it's you. Well, I'm sure this must be all very amusing to you, Mr. Wright. What? No! No! Man. I assume then that you have some information about this other broken knife. If so, please feel free to enlighten us. The murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Take a look at this. Here's a real murder weapon. This one is old, right? It's still the same one, right? Oh, man. Real murder weapon A. Oh. Oh! The Chief of Prosecutors Award! The answer lies in the past. 2 years in the past. Right, oh, or the knife. Yeah, I know, broken sword, yeah. Right here inside this picture. This is a picture of the award ceremony. Oh! What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? It's, the broken murder weapon. Notice the award Prosecutor Marshall's holding. That's a broken knife. Ooh. As we earlier concluded, the knife in the drawing was not Joe Dark's knife. That being the case, the knife the witness saw was in all likelihood from this award. Order, order, order. Yo Marshall was awarded King of Prosecutors that day. As an award, he was given this broken shield and knife. When he chased after Joe Dark, he pulled out this knife. Being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. This broken knife was the only weapon he had in this dangerous situation. But that can be. Oh, and why not, Mr. Edgeworth? Because if the King of Prosecutors Award knife was the murder weapon, then the murderer and the victim would be reversed. Yeah. What do you mean? I mean... This man raising a knife would have been Prosecutor Neil Marshall. I mean, he did say he would never lose a fight. Oh. Oh. But the prosecutor was the one who actually died. That's true. What's going on here? It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions. I'm not. Wait, I remember now. I remember everything. Witness. Mr. Edgeworth. What is it? Could you show me your evidence list again, please? His list. The one with that picture scribbled on the back. I knew it. This picture. I'm the one who drew it. What? You drew that? That's right. The list wasn't torn in half at the time I drew this picture. It was together. All this time I've been trying so hard to forget. I must have locked this part away deep inside me. Perhaps it would be best if we added this to the witness's testimony. Would you please tell us what you've recalled, Miss Skye? Yes, Your Honor. First the knife mix-up, and now the blue badger. No, it's not the blue badger. It's the heckin' vase. There was a vase like that in the chief prosecutor's office. Yep, this should be interesting, yeah. Ima's recollection. When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed toward both of them. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. Just then, there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badger. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow. Yeah. This is certainly most unusual. Try impossible. The chief of detectives hadn't even designed him until last year. That would mean he didn't even exist 2 years ago. Yes, well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination. Stop, please, don't proceed this any further. Ima killed Marshall. Lana, what's the meaning of this? Please remain seated in the defendant's chair. But you can't do this. I've already confessed to the crime. Why can't you just leave it at that? Chief Prosecutor Skye. We've already come this far. It's too late to turn back. Silence. The defense will now begin its cross-examination. Bailiff, please detain the defendant. It seems we're finally getting to the core of the matter. Ima's recollection. Save it here. Save it here. There we go. Whoosh. Wait a second. could be this, right? I knew that party. I thought when they were scuffling, but yeah. Panic rushed towards both of them. Are you sure about this? Of course, see, I even drew a picture of him here. What? It was the chief of detectives who thawed up this hideous beast. And that was just this year. The Blue Badger didn't exist 2 years ago. It's all quite verifiable. I know it sounds strange. I was surprised too when I saw him at the police department. I had this nagging feeling that I'd seen him somewhere before. Now I finally remember. Oh, brother. Just when you thought that thing had caused enough commotion, tell us. Where in the room did you see him dancing? Okay. So something that looks like it, eh? His shadow. So you mean, you didn't actually see his face, with its winning smile and all. That's right, but I still remember it. He had 3 creepy horns. Run rotation. I think it's done, right? There it is. It's this vase right here. That's right, but still remember, he had 3 creepy horns. Here we go. This isn't pointless. That thing couldn't have possibly existed 2 years ago. The witness must be mistaken. I have it. It may well be. But what's important is what caused her to think she saw what she did. Oh, and I suppose you have an explanation. I actually do, yeah. If so, then by all means, please tell us what she saw. If so, then by all means, please tell us what this shadow really was. What was it Emma saw when that lightning flashed? Who is this Blue Badger really? This might know. The Blue Badger hadn't even been dreamt up when Emma drew this picture, yet she's certain she saw its shadow. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the defense's belief that on the fateful day 2 years ago, there indeed was something that looked similar to the Blue Badger. Something that is now sitting in this very room. Mr. Wright. In this room. Very well, Mr. Wright. What is it that the witness saw in that instant? Please show us this mysterious Blue Badger look-alike. It's here. The mysterious Blue Badger was in fact this. But that's... what exactly is that? I believe it's some sort of jar. But Mr. Wright, that doesn't look anything like the Blue Badger. Indeed it doesn't, as it stands now. It's just a plain jar. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint? I've got to show them. I've got to show them the correct angle to look at this from. There we go. This isn't right. I've got to make it look more like the Badger. Man. Allow me to remind... Man. I do, yeah, I do. Savior. Because I know exactly... Yeah, I know, I'm showing you. There we go. Save it here. Yep, there we go. The correct angle. Hmm. I mean, it looks like it to me, man. Well, not like that. That's a bit too much. There we go. Nope. H. B. Nope. N. H. I mean, this looks like it, right? Up there. What? I don't know, I think it looks pretty darn like it. Man, I don't think I'm gonna show. Man. Why can we say right? Oh. Okay, right. We'll take left. Let's try and get it right here, huh? Front there. Nope, beep. Then H. See, this doesn't work. Nope, wrong one. This is harder, man. I saw it, but it's not working. U. Definitely on the other side. 100% on the other side here. Not there. I don't know, man. To me, it looks pretty darn like it. What do you mean, man? This ain't right. Looks pretty darn right, man. Oh, man. Oh. No, that don't work. Look, it goes up and down, so... It goes up and down, so it'd have to be like... that. M a bit here, H a bit here. N. I don't know, man. It looks like it. Bro. It does look like it. I don't get it, man. It looks like it, man. don't just want this. Plus, it'd be have to go actually full through here. See, then it wouldn't work in that angle. I guess maybe in this angle could. It's only that if you're a lot less like the Blue Badger. I see it, I see it, but then it's like, no, it doesn't look like it. Man, what the fudge is this? This work. Bro, I see it, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work, man. Do you want me to do a different angle? No, because this one has to be on the bottom. It doesn't curve right. For now, it's actually curving up. It's gotta curve down. Nope. No. No. Man. Here we go. Nope. Wrong one. And nope. Nope. Itch. I need to look exactly like it. Hey, I can do that. B. Not enough. Needs to be higher. Nope. Man, I don't know how to make it look any more like the Blue Badger here. 2 quadrant, then you have 1, 2 up, 1, 2 up. Look, you have so to the bottom of the quadrant here. Looks like actually below it, perfect. That's fine. Then it goes 1, 2, yeah. So where this is, so you go 1, 2, and a bit more. 1, 2, and a bit more. Fine. And itch. Oh no, I think it looks fairly accurate here, man. You have this here, look, yeah, it's in this quadrant here, fine. And then this one's about halfway up. It says from this quadrant here, halfway up, yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Well, is this a miracle or what? No one can possibly deny this jar's resemblance to the Blue Badger. Man, they're picky. No. Oh, it can't be. But she shoved Marshall and killed him. Order. The defense has proven its claim. And that's why they stabbed Marshall, because he's already dead, and they had to make it look like Joe Dark did it. The defense has proven its claim. The mysterious Blue Badger witnessed on the day of the crime was actually this. Although we all enjoyed Mr. Wright's dramatic performance, one question remains. What's your point? Oh, you're not gonna like this, but what do you mean? So that Badger thing was actually just a jar. That doesn't change anything. I'm afraid that's where you're wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. You see, You see, this changes everything. Yep. Indeed. Very well then. Please tell us, what's different now that we know this witness saw this jar? The murder weapon. Allow me to take these in turn. At the moment of the murder, the witness saw this jar. At a very specific angle, I might add. Mr. Wright, yep. Yes, well, knowing this, where could she have seen this jar? Where? The location of the jar is shown in the picture taken on the day of the crime. It's all on the shelf in the office of Damon Gaunt. But the body was found lying near Lana Sky's desk. The witness testified so herself. Yes, and it is these two facts that reveal what actually transpired. You see, the struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in Lana Sky's office. It happened on the other side of the room, in Chief Gaunt's office, yep. Or when he got shelved. Are you implying the murderer moved the victim's body? No. From Diamond Gaunt's office to Lana Sky's office? Yes. Why would he do that? There's no reason. Yes, there is. There's a really good reason, actually. Exactly. Until you consider what actually caused the deaths. If there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gone through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason. Do you know what that reason was, Mr. Wright? Yes, I do. I finally figured it out. So this is why Lana tried to stop the trial. Too late to quit now, though. Please recall the witness's testimony. She said she knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. In the next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Now, tell me, what could have sent the jar flying? That would have to have been the body hidden. The impact the man made when he was knocked into the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, if I may draw your attention to this picture once more. Yep. Oh no. If the man was knocked in the direction of the shelf the jar was sitting on, it would have fell over. What would he have hit? Oh, the jar. Oh, yeah. The suit of armor, holding a very sharp and dangerous looking sword. Oh. Oh, you're right. I didn't think of that. He got stabbed by that. Yes. If the man who was knocked into the armor was carrying a broken knife, he would have had to have been Neil Marshall, wielding the King of Prosecutors trophy. No, Mr. Wright, you can't be thinking. Yes, there is another possibility of what actually transpired in that room. Another possibility. Emma shoved Marshall into the knife, killing him. And then to try and cover it up, they used Mr. Dark's knife. They broke the tip. They could break the tip off. Of course, the perpetrator would have had no idea, but nevertheless. I don't know if I can go through with this. Mr. Wright, what's the matter? Like, well, if events took place as the defense theorizes, then the outcome is obvious, yep. In that moment. Assuming the man Emo Sky knocked away was actually Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Yep. Oh no, Ema. I think Ema's realizing here. Oh no. You mean Mr. Marshall died because of me? No. Lana ain't gonna be happy here. Lana ain't gonna be happy at all. I never imagined her testimony would lead to this. So it was a witness who took the victim's life, and then proved so with her own testimony. This is unprecedented. Well, it's already over, so it's kind of whatever. What are you saying? I'm sorry, Miss Sky, but given the circumstances, Joe Dark murdered Prosecutor Marshall. How can you think it was Emma? until you try to pin the crime on her. Imagine that, coming from you. If you recall, it was you who admitted to forging evidence 2 years ago. The reason you moved Prosecutor Marshall's body was to keep anyone else from finding out about what Emma did, wasn't it? I assure you, Mr. Edgeworth, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you hope to have anyone believe your insane allegations, I'm afraid you're going to have proof. I'm afraid you're going to have proof. Tell me, do you have any conclusive evidence that proves my sister killed Neil Marshall? Wow, the knife wound, White. The knife wound, right. Evidence. I'm willing to bet you don't. Really, we do. Because that broken blade of the knife shouldn't have been there. I'm willing to bet you don't. Yes, it certainly would be difficult to prove. This was evidence. If we don't have evidence, then we'll have to rely on testimony. I'm afraid that won't work in this case. Both parties are involved. Both parties involved in the incident are dead. You certainly can't get dead people to testify. This has all been a wild goose chase from the beginning. Touche, Miss Sky. Of course, that only leaves us with one possibility. Goodman, you mean there's still another possibility? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? I mean, the possibility that the victim has left us... the possibility that the victim has left us a message. For better or for worse, Mr. Marshall did not die instantly. He may have left behind the name of the person who took his life. The piece of cloth. The piece of cloth, oh no. In one manner or another. That's impossible. That's impossible. Well, Mr. Wright, this is the only this is the only possibility left to you. I know what it is. A message from the deceased. Does such a message exist? I've got to think back to the court record, the real murderer's name that the victim may have left behind. Is in the evidence, yep. This message from the deceased is already in our possession. Mr. Wright, will you stop at nothing to prove my sister had a murderer? Well, do not be mistaken, Miss Sky. Our purpose is not to accuse Emma of any crime. There is only one thing we seek, the truth, yep, no matter how painful it may be. Now then, Mr. Wright, please show us a piece of evidence that conveys a message from the deceased. This is a message from the deceased. Right. Now then, this is a message from the judge. What? Oh. I guess I wasn't right. I thought it was perfect, man. The real murderer's name that the victim may have left behind. This message from the deceased is already in our possession. Mr. Wright, we're stopping nothing. Yeah. I'm trying. We just want the truth, yep. The knife tip in the wound. Beards are dark. Just February 7:30, cause of death. Weapon found in the wound was missing it. Died from blood loss in under 10 minutes. Weapon found in wound was missing tip. Piercing heart, lung. Died from blood loss in under 10 minutes. Weapon found in wound was missing tip. I know this is... Your handprint can be seen on the leather cloth. The print belongs to Emma. I think I'll keep this to myself for now. Running man. The message from the deceased here, Conveys, message from the deceased, Why would it be a rubber glove? This is a message from the deceased. Get it? Right. Now then. Why can't I show it, man? Message from the deceased here, Message from the deceased, hey. Well, we know that the piece of clothing is probably a piece from his shirt here, We'll try. The real murderer's name that the victim may have left behind doesn't exist. No, there's no way a dead person could tell the murderer's name. Well, it looks like this is as far as we can go with this, Mr. Wright. You disappoint me. I never thought you the type to let feelings cloud your judgment. My feelings. If we overlooked the victim's message, one he would have written was literally his last breath, then everything will be lost in darkness. Perhaps that thing really is the clue I'm looking for. Is it? I can't afford to make any more mistakes. This message from the deceased is already in our possession. Mr. Wright. Yep. Purpose not to accuse him of any crime. Oh, crap, now I just got back to where I was. Man, trying to figure it out. Well. Message from the deceased. A message from the deceased. Well, who says the deceased person the real murderer's name that the victim may have left behind? Nope. Gotta try. Sorry, Lana. Savior, we're going to go on. I have a plan. Purpose is not to accuse Ema of any crime. Yep, the truth, yep. We're getting it here, maybe. Please show us a piece of evidence that conveys a message from the deceased. Blood. I prefer to use Emma's prints, but I can't. No information here, man. Not enough information there. Any lead, any lead. The glove is useless here, huh? Well, different dead person, but hey. This is a message from the deceased. Right, now then. This is a message from the judge. Bollocks. Man, I'm trying to think here. Use the brain, use the brain. Now then, Mr. Wright. I gotta think here, I gotta think. Please show us a piece of evidence that conveys a message from the deceased. Put up a war ceremony of Lana and Neil. I mean, fine. Work. It can work if they let me do it. This is a message from the deceased, and this is right. And this is a message. Now then, bro, they won't let me do what I want to say. Well, then again, message from the deceased. Let me try. Alright, now this is a message. Now then. Yep, I know. Man, I don't see it, man. I don't see it. Bernard, victim, Edward, Neil, Marshall. Nope. I mean, maybe this here. Could be his blood. There's a possibility here. This is a message left by the deceased. This is that blue badger from before, right? He got some of his blood on it, right? Oh, is he going to just speak the is he going to just speak the killer's name? If that thing could, I'm sure it would. No, the thing is that the blood splatter would not have gotten to the other side of the room. How would blood manage to be there? That thing could, I'm sure it would. Like everyone's forgotten, this is just a jar. A message was left here, on the surface of this jar. What do you mean? If you look closely, you can see a faint trail of blood on this jar. It is writing. It looks like someone wiped the blood away. Yes, but notice. For some reason, the blood on some of the fragment was not wiped away. Yes, there is a line here. Drawn in blood. So what you're saying is these dots were once lines? Oh. Prosecutor Marshall did not die instantly. It took around 10 minutes to bleed out. He used a few precious moments that left to him to leave behind a message. One that someone apparently wiped away. But blood must have seeped into the jar where the lines changed directions. Precisely so. All we need to do is connect those points, and the victim's message will become apparent. No. Mr. Wright, what kind of message did the victim leave for us, Your Honor? I believe these bloodstains will reveal to us the answer. I've got to connect these dots to make letters. There's only one thing the victim would have written, given the circumstances: his murderer's name. Oh, I see it. Then we get the A. Bonk. Bonk. Present. It's a defense attorney's duty to prove their client's innocence. That's why all I've been thinking about is saving Lana. After all my efforts, I never thought it would turn out like this. Ema. Ema, oh no, it's bad. So this is the final message Prosecutor Marshall left behind. Well, we did it. Of all people. He may not have meant it, but in the end, the one who took the victim's life was Ema Sky. What did she have in her backhand though? I still don't know. Seaworthy? Can't say I didn't warn you. Chief Gaunt, do you understand the implications of what you've done? What are you talking about? 2 years ago, Joe Dark was sentenced to death. He was convicted because of his final murder. I believe you were the prosecutor in the case, were you not? Yes, Worthy. Because of you. An innocent man was sentenced to death. Not only that, but you used forged evidence to ensure his conviction. But Joe Dark really was a serial murderer, that's undeniable. I'm afraid that's not important. Didn't you know we aren't defenders of justice? What? We're merely keepers of the law. Sentencing a man to death. It's no light matter. Even if there wasn't any cover-up or evidence forgery. Ultimately, the responsibility falls on the prosecutor in charge. Despite what anyone may say, the fact cannot be denied. What's going on at the prosecutor's office? They might have sent an innocent man to his death. How can he just stand there like it wasn't his fault? Order, 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 order. The gavel's pounding fell on deaf ears, unable to settle the crowd. The judge declared a recess. Where this trial's headed, no one knows. I think we're gonna call it here. Yep, we'll call it here. It's gonna be very long, I can tell. Well, guys, in any case, I hope you enjoyed, and I will... Press J. No, give me a sec. I will. Matter. Okay, there we go. There we go. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all later. Tomorrow should be Limbus Company. Anyways, peace out. Have a good one. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.